Alright guys, remember that sometimes you get bullied for certain things, okay? So, especially when you're younger, right? Like a lot of young people, when you get to my age, you've been around, you've done a lot of things, you've been happy doing whatever, you had a full life, you've had lots of experiences, you know, almost to the point where exactly where you're going, and you don't need as much help in terms of things, but you might still need help. But some of you guys might be still struggling as adults, right? Majorly, and might need this message too. But I'm talking about someone that's 20 or whatever around that age, right? Or youth or whatever. Sometimes you get bullied because you like, well, I mean, talk to your parents about these things, right? I don't want you coming to me. Like, if you have struggles or whatever with things and it's because of social media or whatever, please talk to your parents about it. I'm obviously not your parent or whatever, and if you're 20 or whatever, talk to people in your own life, right? But but yes, social media can be very difficult for people because you see all these people that are like exceptionally beautiful or exceptionally rich or talented or whatever, and you might not feel adequate, even though maybe one day you will be a big star, right? But you're young, right? And being young, you have to fail at first, right? I know it's hard because you see all the people being very successful, and you think to yourself, why can't I be like that? Why do I have to? Why do I have to go to school and struggle there, right? I have 2 degrees, so I know exactly what school is like. And when I was in school, like YouTube and TikTok weren't around, so I never even imagined being famous. Right? I guess MySpace was around, but I had no idea what MySpace was, right? People told me to join MySpace, but I never knew, right? But I mean, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you don't know what's going on, and you feel like you're failing. You might lose out on jobs. You might not have the knowledge to do a job. They give a lot of times when you're younger, they give you jobs where they think you can handle those jobs because they're easier jobs, but they might be temporary jobs, or maybe they lay you off because you don't know what you're doing or whatever. Like you don't. It's not always like a quick overnight success, no matter what you're doing, okay? So when you're younger, it can be, and talk to your, like I said, talk to your parents about this. And if you're struggling with being bullied, talk to your parents about it, okay? You shouldn't feel harassed or whatever for liking whatever you like, right? Or having goals that you like, right? And remember, guys, if you are trying to be a doctor or a lawyer, or like an accountant or a TikToker, YouTuber, entrepreneur, whatever, and you're young, you might mention it casually and think, oh, that's not a big deal. No one's going to bother me with it. It's not a huge deal. But doesn't everybody do that, right? And but you have to remember that most people are not those things, right? Most people don't do those things, right? So when you hear about someone doing those things, sometimes you think to yourself, oh, that should be comfortable, right? But sometimes when you reveal your dreams, people give you a very hard time, and you think to yourself, oh, why is that? Like, don't they have dreams? And not the majority of people. I'm not saying everybody, because a lot of people do have dreams and do follow them, but the majority of people um, coast through life. They follow the herd, do all these things, and they don't feel like they want to have dreams, or they might want to, maybe they don't feel they can attain them, or maybe they can't attain them, and so they're very hard on people that are trying to get those dreams, right? And you think to yourself, well, I could just tell everybody as long as you can. I mean, for me, I told everybody what I was doing because I knew I was a strong person, and I knew that no matter what I went through, I would be able to handle it. But I mean, yeah, sometimes you just feel like, well, sometimes you're like, well, I told everybody this is what's happened, and I'm struggling, right? You can't have that happen to you, right? So you know what I mean? Like, it can be very difficult, but in general, whether you tell people or not, be careful if you do decide to tell people. And eventually someone's going to know, right? I mean, somebody's going to find out. And maybe you're able to keep it a secret even for a long time, right? But eventually someone's going to find out. So just embrace the fact that it's a competitive world, and it can be challenging. People might have a hard time with you. Anyway, bye now. Yes, guys, totally enjoy it. And always dream big, right? Don't let that stop you from getting your dreams, right? Just realize that that's the nature of people sometimes, and it can be hard for people to see you succeed when maybe they're struggling, right? Bye now.